Now here's what you're going to need for the brickwork. Firstly, your good old brick. Now I've got seconds or commons. This is a discontinued line, so because you're going to render it, it doesn't really matter the quality on them. Also, you're going to save yourself a great deal of cash. Also, I need about 74 bricks. Always add about 10% on for damages, so get yourself about 80. Right, mortar. Level, the good old letterbox, of course. Trowel, square, pencil for your set out. Right, let's talk set out. You're working with brickwork, economy of movement is absolutely key. As you can see, both my mortar boards situated either side, they're up on bricks, so I don't have to bend my back too far. Also, none of my workload is more than 2 feet away, so I never have to step anywhere, so I make it as easy as possible on myself. In the hot sun, that's very good. Right, now it's time to do your dry set out. Now it's very important to get your set out right before you mix your mortar. Now, I know that my letterbox is 1 brick in width. I want to allow for about half a brick either side, which means I want to have 2 bricks at the front. Grab your 2 bricks. Try and get it as parallel as you possibly can to the front. And always allow for about a 10mm joint. So 2 at the front, 1 each on the side. Again, look for your 10mm joint. And then your lone brick at the back. Get your leading edge. First we need to square it up. And if you've got a rusty old square like I do, you can't really tell how far away 10mm is. Use your setting out pencil. Good little visual aid. Again, trusty old Mr. Pencil. Right, next step. Pencil out. Right. Take your bricks away. It's time to make some mud. Alright. Now once you've mixed up your mortar, that's a good batch too. Look at that. Nice and creamy. Good enough to eat. Righto. You're going to chuck a couple of shovel loads onto your mortar board. Now this mortar board's been in the hot sun for a few hours, so it's really, really hot. It's going to suck the moisture right out of your mortar. We don't want that. So you want to just throw a little bit of water just on your mortar board. Just wet that up. So ready to trowel our first course. Right, now that you put all the water onto your mortar board, now it's time to work the mortar. What do I mean by this? And before you do so, take the pressure off your back. Just put one hand on your knee, make it nice and comfortable. Right, so it's when you grab your mortar and just work it into the middle. Just like that. Also, it's giving you a little bit of practice on the method of working the trowel. Now as you can see, I'm not that good at it, but with a little bit of practice, you can be quite good. It's like anything. If you're trying to learn how to play a guitar, practice at it, you get better. It's the same with this. There's a real technique to it. It doesn't stop you from doing it yourself. Right, let's lay some brick. And just run that down here. Grab your brick. Make sure he's nice and square. And then just tap him down. Sorry about the mess, you can clean that up later. Alright, now we want a butter. So what you want to do is get like a cricket ball size, work it to the back of your trowel, just put it on the front, pretty much about that. Put him end to end. Again, make sure he's nice and straight. Scrape that off and tap him down. Right, that's your first 2 bricks laid. You're gonna make sure that's level. Yeah, spot on. Again, cut up enough cement for a brick. Get on your trowel, tip down, turn it, and across. Up in your trowel, and just drag it through the centre there. Get a brick again, get about a cricket ball size, work that to the back, push that on, Tap it in. We do it again. We need to put this in place, chuck a little bit of mortar on there like that. Get your level out once again. That's our first course. Repeat, rack 'em and stack 'em. Almost finished the last course, which is the header course. Now, with the header course, we've just arranged the brick a little bit more differently. We've exposed the holes here, gives us a little bit more height. That height's really important because it makes the whole letterbox look a little bit more symmetrical. Now, what's important about this, we need to fill up these holes. Just makes it a little bit more easy to render. Now, just grab a little bit of mortar on the side there and just flick it in. Just want to fill up those holes. There we go. Now we just got to butter one side. Alright. Finally, done. Alright. Once that's done, just to pretty it up, just grab an ordinary household brush, just on a 45-degree angle, not too hard because it's still quite wet. Just brush off the excess mortar, just to make it a little bit easier to render. There we go, just like I bought one. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. All right, basically we leave that, come back tomorrow, start the rendering.